In my last video, we checked out my most anticipated family, beginner and intermediate board games for 2024. This video, we're going to go a bit heavier, and this is going to be my 7 most strategic board games that I'm looking forward to in 2024. Have you ever been interested in psychology? This game is going to center around the father of psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud. In Unconscious Minds, you're going to be some of the smartest minds in this field, and you're going to be getting together with your peers discussing everything to do with psychology. Plus also, you're going to have to treat some clients along the way. And how are you going to treat those clients? Well, you're going to be interpreting and analyzing their dreams, from surface level manifest dreams all the way to deep-seated latent dreams. It's just mind-blowing, literally. I really should see a psychologist for that. Let's start at the beginning, and we have Andrew Bosley and Vincent Dutray artwork, and those dreams are gonna look incredible and just out there. It's gonna be amazing. Add in one of the designers being Johnny Pack, who is the designer of Coloma, one of my favorite games, and I think we have ourselves a winner right here. This is going to be a multi-layered worker placement game where your workers were going to be speech bubbles. Anyway, it looks amazing. It's going to be Uranus goodness, Luke Laurie has already designed an absolute masterpiece in Dwellings of Eldervale. But can lightning really strike twice with Andromeda's Edge? And you are on the edge. Literally, it's called the Edge. Anyway, for those brave and foolhardy, this is your last chance to try and live out a life on the edge of Andromeda. To build your civilization, you're going to start with your starship. From there, send out your ships to collect some resources. You're going to battle some raiders, you're going to build developments on your ship, and finally you're going to build entire cities. Now why should you care? Combos. Energy tracks, commerce tracks, and an abundance of modules. It's just combo-tastic fun. Add in some combat and some area control, and we have ourselves a game. But let's talk about that combat. Am I the only one that absolutely loves the simplistic combat in Dwellings? Maybe, but this one is going to be a little bit more, less random, more thematic, I suppose. Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. So what do you need to know? Well, it's cooperative. Oh, and the Order of the Black Worm, they're really bad. And one of their members is even badder, and that member wants to tie Tamriel to oblivion forever, which is really, really bad. Now, you don't need to know the Elder Scrolls and Oblivion lore, but like the video game, you're going to be going out on an epic journey. You're going to be exploring the lands, you're going to be fighting and stealing from pretty much everyone. Well, also, I guess, building up all of your character stats, and I think that's really the highlight that I certainly love in Elder Scrolls. In this game, you're going to be playing what's called an adventure. An adventure is going to last 3 gameplay rounds of about 1 hour each. Now, this game, little was leaked about this game, but what we do know is there's lots of neoprene, there's lots of poker chips based around characters and enemies, and there's also a bucket load of dice. So, yep, that's a chip theory game, alright? Meet Ryan Lockett. Ryan Lockett is a board game designer. Ryan Lockett is my favourite board game designer, and I have a man crush on pretty much every single game Ryan has designed. So now enter Creature Caravan, and we're back in the world of Arsium, from games like Above and Below, Near and Far, Now or Never. The background for this game is Ember zombies have taken over pretty much most of the world, and we're going to pack up whatever goods we can, and we're going to travel across mountains and canyons and deserts just to find safety in the city of Eastery. In Creature Caravan, you'll be building up a tableau of cards gathered from your travels across the country. You'll be using the actions on these cards through dice placement, and then you'll be weaving your caravan through all of the obstacles on the map. So I hear you asking, who are these scallywags you're going to meet on your travels? Well, there's the Serpent Trainer, there's the Ancient Climber Bot, there's also a Cloud Dragon, and yeah, a whole bunch of others. Good fun, Creature Caravan. So I have concerns. I have concerns about Uruguay's dependence on imported fossil fuels. It really keeps me up at night. Did you know Uruguay doesn't have any natural resources? Did you also know that Uruguay has the longest national anthem in the world? Well, we can't do anything about the national anthem, but we can harness the wind energy in Uruguay and we can make a game about it. Enter Pampero. Pampero is a hand management, card-driven action selection game by designer Julian Pombo. Never heard of Julian? Well, that is fine. Well, Julian works very closely with Vital, one of the most famous designers out there of heavy games. And Pampero has Lacerda DNA just dripping all over it. In this game, you're going to be investing in wind turbines, solar panels, distribution towers, all while fulfilling all of these contracts with this beautiful natural resources that you're harnessing. Add in some Ian O'Toole artwork, and this heavy game could truly be one of the best games of 2024. Now, I love a good reprint. You know, improvised rules, slight tweaks over many years of people playing it, plus improved artwork. And that's what we have here with Shipyard by Vladimir Suchi. Now, this remakes the original 2009 version of Shipyard. Now, the problem I have is this game looks so dry. Now, I guess metaphorically speaking dry, because a shipyard should be dry. But anyway, I digress. Shipyard looks so different to Suchi's other works. Now, I'm a massive fan of underwater cities, Praga Kaput, Regni, Woodcraft. This just doesn't look like any of them. Now, you old salty sea dogs, you are running a manufacturing facility of ye naval kind, also known as a shipyard. Now, in this game, it's the 19th century, and you're going to be renting canals, getting in resources, and of course, building ships. Now, what Suchi is known for is his tightness in games, and I reckon this is going to be exactly the same with Shipyard. It's going to be a lot less randomness and a lot more efficiency, and I love efficiency in games. It's really tailor-made to my style of gaming. Add in the fact that this game also has rondel selections, just like Praga, just like Woodcraft, and look, this looks like another Suchi masterpiece. Well, again, if it didn't look so dry. I guess I've already done that joke. Last, but certainly not least, is Bardwood Grove. Now, Bardwood Grove is from a lot of the same team that brought us Merchant's Cove. You're going to have the same artist, same publishing house, and also one of the same designers. And it's also in the same Five Realms universe. Now, this Kickstarter is going to be landing on shores all around the world, pretty much as this video drops. I'm pretty sure that they're on ships right now. Now, in this game, you're going to be playing as a bard, you know, musical, singing, old-timey people. Anyway, but you're not any sort of bard. You are a halfling bard, which are the finest of all bards, and of course we know that. Bardwood Grove has tableau building, deck building, and point-to-point movement. Now, on your turn, you're going to play 2 cards from your hand. One of those cards will go into your tableau, but they won't be played just yet. The other card will go to the top of your board, and you'll be using it the bottom actions on that card. Those actions are going to be increasing volume on your tempo board. Now, why is that important? As that tempo board goes all the way around, eventually it's going to get to the top and you're singing a song. That's where your tableau is going to come into play, and that's when you're going to activate that tableau by singing that beautiful bard song. Look, it's great thematic elements. Now, the art in this game is, it's pretty much going to be the highlight. It looks beautiful. Merchant's Cove looks beautiful. So absolutely love the artwork. Just lastly, look, this is going to be probably more of a medium weight game, where a lot of the other games I've talked about in this video are going to be a lot heavier. But I still think the strategic depth is going to be there in this game. As you're going around the woods, you're working on the volume and your tempo there. You're building up your tableau. Just so much to love. Bardwood Grove. Now, there was going to be a pun in here, a musical pun, which would have been hilarious, but I decided to cut it out and instead put this bit in, which is kind of awkward because it's not funny at all. Anyway, that is the end of this video, my most anticipated games for 2024. These were the strategic games, but also check out my family and beginner and intermediate games video. Some really good games, a lot of excitement coming up for 2024. So that's it, I'm Hogs, this is the Bangers Project. Till next time.